Hello, everyone. So today, my very first lesson, or the very first video was the split screen. So now we're going to use the split screen to create a Google slide that you can share with your kids in Google Classroom by making a copy. And that way when you share slides in the Google Classroom, the kids can still move all of your stuff that you've put on there. They can delete things if they don't want to do them. So I'm going to show you how to make that almost impossible for them to do. So here we go. Are you ready? So let's split your screen. I'm going to put a donkey here. And I'm going to move Adobe Psychic over here. So for me, if it were me, I would have, well, I really don't need a split screen. You'll need a split screen, but with the, just really quick, showing you the split screen again, one screen would be your YouTube video. The second screen is going to be where you're actually working. I'm actually going to close Adobe Psychic because I'm just going to be doing an activity. So first things first, go to your Google Drive and open up a new slide. And once you get into the slide, go ahead and give it a name. I'm going to name mine Test Slide. So if you're working on something for your kids, maybe you're doing a checklist. Let's do a checklist. Let's just start off something easy. I'm going to create a new slide. If you're wondering about the big mouse that's on the screen, Google Chrome has an extension called Custom Cursor, and you can make them huge for kids to see. That helps a lot when you're trying to show them to look at something on the screen, but it's hard to see that the little icon, little mouse that's there. So I'm going to create a new slide. I like to have all of my slides deleted. All of the titles and subtitles that are on there, I like to delete those just because I like to duplicate a blank slide. It keeps me from using a lot of time of deleting stuff. I don't use themes, so you can delete themes if you want that. Themes is just picking something that's going to reoccur on each slide. And you can change it for each slide. That's okay. So I'm going to start with a blank slide. I'm going to call this checklist, student checklist, because in the feedback that we did about our first week of e-learning, a lot of kids are saying, having a hard time keeping up with what I've already done, what I need to do from all of my classes. So we're going to create a checklist for them. I like different colors in the background, so I'm going to do pink. And once you click that, click done. Once something is made into a background, it cannot be moved by the kids once you share it with them. So I'm going to add a shape here. Amazing video. Okay. I'm just going to plain white box. And I'm going to type inside that box. So let's say that the first thing that I want the kids to do is I want to make sure that I'm not going to spend a lot of time on making this pretty. I just want to show you how to flatten images so that the kids cannot move them once you push them out to them in Google Classroom. So maybe one of the things I want them to do for the week is I want them to read 20 minutes every day. And I'm going to make that a section. Just make this section. So in reading, we're going to read every 20 minutes every day. And then I'm going to put some days there so that they can check those days off once they've completed it for that day. So I'm going to need another text box, just really quick. And then I'm going to move my text to the right because once I flatten all of this, I'm going to add some squares in there so that the kids can actually go in on their slides and either check those off or color the boxes in. Let's fill in this box. Ooh, new. Okay. So here I have my days of the week. And so right now, if I was to send this out to a group of kids, even though I could give each one of them a copy, the likelihood of them deleting something by accident, and then when you go back to look at it, they're like, well, that was never there, because they have forgotten that you asked them to do it because they accidentally deleted it. So let's say this is math, practice your math facts. And maybe we want them to practice the harder ones that they really struggle with. So I want them to do their 6s, their 7s, their 8s, their 9s, and their 12s, okay? So, and you can change all this. You can add pictures that you've gotten off Etsy as clip art. You can download images from Google as the background. You can add all kinds of things in here. Now, like I said, when you push this out to the students right now, even if you make them a copy, they can manipulate and get rid of and delete and change the font of your wording. They can change everything on that slide. So to keep that from happening, you're going to go over here to File, and if you have multiple slides in this, you would need to do this for each slide. So if you go to File, you're going to download it. And you're going to download it. Some computers will accept the JPEG. Some will only accept the PNG. Click the JPEG. It's going to save it to your documents, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything that's here, because right now it is a clickable icon or a clickable item. You notice the pink in the background did not change. I couldn't change that because it is a background. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the background to the actual slide that I created so that the kids cannot delete the information from the slide. Okay. So there's the slide that I saved as a JPEG. And now it is a background of the slide. There's no place that I can click to move it, to change it, or anything of that nature. And if I wanted to just repeat it, when I say duplicate slide, it's still a flattened slide. The items on the slide are now one piece. Now to make this a checklist, I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some boxes or circles, whatever you want to do, as a checkpoint. Okay, I'm going to make the fill color white. I want the outline to be black, but I want it to be a thick black line. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste these for the kids to use. They can go in and check things off as they do them. So I'm going to show you how they can check things off or fill them in. A lot of my kids like to just fill things in, which is fine. It's not a big deal. So we're going to move some boxes there as a checkpoint. So when you push this out to your students in their Google Classroom files, and you click mark a copy or make a copy for each student, when they receive this, the background will be flattened and they cannot move those. They can move anything else on the screen that has not been flattened, okay? So let's say it's Monday and I'm a student and I finished reading for 20 minutes. I'm going to click. I can click on that box. I can type in that box. Nope, I just deleted it. And then I can fill that box with the color. It's done. So it's a really good visual checklist for students to understand what they have and have not done for the week. And it may help them stay on task with some items that they need to complete. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, you can comment below. And if there's something you want me to try to show you how to do because you heard it is something that would be beneficial for your students, but you're not real sure how to do that, comment below, let me know, and I'll make another video. So there's only a few videos here now. Keep checking back. I'm going to keep adding things just as from what I'm getting from friends of mine, educator friends of mine who are saying, hey, we need to streamline some of this stuff we need to do for our kids. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.